Hello, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will share our checklist before we buy a company and later portfolio in Singapore stock market. We have 5 checklists as guidance before we buy a company. If the company passes 5 checklists, then we buy immediately. So far, we only have 2 companies that pass all the checklists. Checklist number 1 is net profit margin in financial report. A great company should have net profit margin more than 5%. Double-digit net profit margin would be excellent, and we usually see from the last 3 years. Checklist number 2 is dividend. When a company makes a profit, we prefer 10 to 20% payout ratio to be dividend. We see dividend as a good corporate governance. However, US companies can use this checklist because dividend in US will be cut 15% tax. That's why US companies prefer buy back their shares rather than give dividend. Checklist number 3 is dividend yield. Our preferred dividend yield is more than 5%. Checklist number 4 is balance sheet of the company. We want debt relatively small compared to current assets and equity. Checklist number 5 is majority shareholder and management team. This checklist is not easy to fulfill because you should attend annual general meeting to meet the management team. Also, CEO sometimes is hard to be approached. We haven't attended any annual general meeting in Singapore and Malaysia this year, but we will try next year. Our portfolio in Singapore stock market consists of 3 companies. The first one is Bumitama Agri. Bumitama Agri is a producer of crude palm oil and palm kernel in Indonesia. Our purchase price of Bumitama Agri is 80 cents Singapore dollar. Bumitama passes all our checklists. Gross profit margins are over 25% and net profit margins are above 15% annually from year 2020 until 2024. The company has policy to distribute 40 to 60% of their net income into dividend. This year, Bumitama had given dividend twice, 5.44 cents Singapore dollar in May and 3.63 cents Singapore dollar in August. So this year we received total dividend of 9.07 cents Singapore dollar, and its dividend yield based on our purchase price is 11.3%. Its balance sheet is very healthy, debt is very low, and debt to equity is only 0.9 times. Majority shareholder of the company is Harita Group, Mr. Lim Gunawan Haryanto. Harita Group has various businesses in Indonesia. In Bumitama Agri, Harita Group cooperate with IOI Corporation, one of big name CPO producer in Malaysia. They have shares of Bumitama approximately 74%. And there's no bad record so far from them. So we believe there's no bad corporate governance in Bumitama. Second company is SATS. SATS is a provider of air cargo handling services and airline caterer. We buy SATS at 3.32 Singapore dollar. Actually, SATS only qualify 2 of 5 checklists with a dividend and majority shareholder. Net profit margin SATS is only 4.4% in 2025. SATS give dividend 3.5 cents Singapore dollar in August and 2 cents Singapore dollar in December. Total dividend is 5.5 cents Singapore dollar, and we have 1.6% dividend yield. Balance sheet is not very strong because its current liabilities is bigger than current assets. We understand this is coming from acquisition of WFS Global Holding. We agree with the acquisition because it enables SATS to grow its network and also revenue. This balance sheet should be better in the next 1 or 2 years. Temasek Holdings is the largest shareholder of SATS. We know that Temasek Holdings is behind global Singapore companies such as DBS Bank and Singapore Airlines. So hopefully SATS can be as big as DBS Bank and Singapore Airlines in the future. Other than 5 checklists mentioned, SATS has one more positive corporate action. SATS is doing share buyback. It means that management of SATS thinks its share price is undervalued. Third company is Samudra Shipping Line. Samudra Shipping is a transportation and logistics delivering cargo across various ports in Asia. Its revenues mainly are from Indonesia and Southeast Asia. Samudra Shipping now has 28 container vessels, 4 chemical tankers, and 4 gas tankers. We buy Samudra Shipping at 95 cents Singapore dollar. Net profit margin are above 10% annually from year 2021 to 2024, although Fed rates are up and down every week. Samudra Shipping had dividend payout ratio of 40% over the last 4 years. This year, Samudra Shipping gave dividend 6.8 cents Singapore dollar in May and 1.5 cents Singapore dollar in August. So total dividend is 8.3 cents Singapore dollar. Dividend yield based on our purchase price would be 8.7%. Balance sheet of Samudra Shipping is very healthy. The majority shareholder of Samudra Shipping is Samudra Indonesia. Samudra Indonesia is one of big container and logistics company operating in Indonesia and also a public company. Its financial profitability and balance sheets are almost the same with Samudra Shipping. We have attended Samudra Indonesia annual general meeting in Jakarta, and we concluded that Mr. Bani Maulana Mulia has the capability to lead both companies to grow bigger. So Samudra Shipping passes all of our checklists. We would like to remind you that our thesis for these companies could be wrong. Please always do your own research before you buy, especially if the market price is already gone up from our purchase price. Thank you for watching.